Good morning, you guys. I can say that because it's still morning. It's actually pretty early still for us. I thought I'd get a head start on today. So today is just a beautiful day. I say that because it's snowing out. I love the snow. It looks so beautiful. I'm gonna have to like show you guys what the snow looks like because it is so beautiful. This morning, I am going to be working on making some pre-made lunches for my children because it is getting very close to having this baby. We actually already had a little bit of a scare. We went to the hospital the other night, or morning, I should say. I woke up with horrible contractions that should not have been coming yet. And it was almost like, do we go in? You know, like, is this labor? It was bad. It was like, this feels like the real deal. I was having contractions where it was like just pain all the time, constantly. But there was no relief. The family was trying to ask me like, well, was it just Braxton Hicks? Was it just painful for the contraction and then you were fine? And I was like, no. It was like constant pain. It was either like miserable and more miserable is how it was. When I went to the hospital, when they did hook me up to the monitors, they did in fact say, yes, you were having contractions. And they were able to just give me some like fluids and stuff. I honestly think it was just because I overdid it. I didn't really tell them that though. I just said I did a lot of walking the day before, but I didn't tell them that I moved an entire bedroom around, office, making it into an office the day before that. So I figured if I did that, I was gonna get my wrist slapped by my doctor, so I didn't say it. But anyways, that night made me realize, you know what? It's time to pack the hospital bag. It's time to get ready for this baby because it is my third. And now we're kind of like me and the doctors. I mean, I'm already dilating, which could mean nothing. A lot of people could walk around being dilated for a long time. So we'll see. I have my 36 weeks appointment coming up. We'll see if that progressed anymore. But it's just really putting it into perspective for me and going, wow, this is really happening really soon. So part of preparing for this baby, I wanted to have meals that my kids could grab themselves. My plan is to make easy to grab meals for them that I could, you know, freeze now and then pull out of the freezer, put in the fridge. So I'm going to make some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that we could throw in the freezer, along with some pizza bagels. So my children love pizza bagels. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'll go get the bread, I'll go get the peanut butter and the jelly, and then I think we'll work on the pizza bagels after we do the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I will go get that. I just realized we actually have some tortilla shells in here too. It's like soft tortillas. My daughter loves peanut butter and honey roll-ups. So I'm gonna check the date on those and see if maybe we need to use those up too, because that would be a really good snack. She loves those, and they can freeze probably pretty easily too. You gonna be in it, honey? Hi. Hi, you wanna say hi too? Okay. Oh, excuse you.
Hi. House plan.
House plan with your ball pit?
Nope, nothing like that.
Oh, I thought you put a, oh, that feels good, bud.
Mom, uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Mom, here's the ball pit.
All right. You really gotta use squishy bread. Let's see how this does. This one might not be used. So last time I tried doing this, when the bread kind of went stale, it crumbled as I was trying to put peanut butter on it. So we are going to hope for the best here.
Hi.
Hi. Because the way I like to do these is I like to fold them in half. I just feel like it's easier for the kids, it's easier for me. And we're not, you know, I don't have to cut, I don't have to make into saucers, I don't gotta do any of that. We're going for easy here, okay? And then I don't have to, like, you know, peanut butter bolts, I don't know, I just feel like it's easier. Yeah, okay, wow, yeah, honey, it's honey, wow. Are you gonna eat that? Okay, you can have that piece.
I got some stuff. snow.
Oh, I'm so excited. I love the snow. Kids get to go play out in the snow. So to save some time, I'm just gonna speed right through this. But what I'm doing right now here is I'm just putting peanut butter on all of the pieces of bread first. And then I'll be going back through with the jelly. But then this way I'm not dipping back and forth between the peanut butter and jelly and getting them all cross-contaminated and gross. I feel like you guys should know what comes next, but here it is anyways. I'm just putting jelly on all of the bread that has peanut butter on it already. And then next I'm just folding them all in half. Typically it has a nice rounded edge to it and it don't look sloppy like this, but you know what? We're not going for perfection here. Practicality. Like, they're gonna eat these in 2 seconds. They don't care. They don't care. So that's what my daughter did. I'm not a fan of it, but you know, if I was selling these, this would be unacceptable. But so would using stale bread. That would be unacceptable as well. Saran wrap is not my most favorite, you know. Daughter's having a fit in the background because her leggings are very uncomfortable, I guess. Mama! Buddy. Yes. Mama. Yes, bud. Mama! Yes, I know you're ready to go too, aren't you? Mama! Yay! So, in a perfect world, I would not use saran wrap, but I don't know what else to use. So I figure this is better than a whole bunch of plastic baggies. And I just don't have the place for, or the funds right now, to do a whole bunch of like stasher bags. Stupid pants! Okay, it works better if you don't make this, like if you don't roll the sandwich up so tight. If you roll it to about here and you tear it, there was about 3 inches of space, I would say, between where I stopped rolling the sandwich and where I cut it. I found that to be the best.
Tucker.
So like roll, roll. And there's about, I'd say there's about 4 inches here between like the cutting and the bread or the sandwich. I just grab here.
Because he's hungry.
And that works. That works better. And then once you have them all wrapped up, I'm just sticking them in a big gallon-sized Ziploc bag just to kind of protect them from getting freezer burnt. My messy house in the background, but that's okay. It's real life. So we're actually going to pause here, and we'll come back. I'll make some pizza bagels. You can see my mess on my table.
We are going to go to my mother-in-law's.
Your mother-in-law's? My mother-in-law's. I just have these 2 here for right now. These are gonna go in the freezer and they thaw out really well. And we've even gone like, when we go like on long grocery trips, I will put a few of these like in the lunchbox or something and they'll thaw out while we're out shopping. And then by lunchtime, the kids can eat them. So they thaw out pretty quickly. My plan is to keep these in the freezer and then just pull out like a few of them to get us through the week or whatever. So, you know, put a couple in the fridge, they'll thaw out in the fridge, and then the kids can just grab them whenever. They have like their own drawer in the fridge, which I'll have to show you guys one day. I feel kind of accomplished in life because I organize our fridge a little bit better, but it ain't perfect. It isn't like Pinterest worthy, but you know, it functions. So when I come back from breakfast and playing in the snow, we're gonna get going on those bagels because we gotta get those done before they go bad and then they're just wasted.
Let's go.
I will come be right back. Okay, this is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. This is the snow. Okay, kids are waiting for me in the car, but I just had to share. I know it's not much on the ground and it's actually kind of wet snow. It's like kind of melting because it really isn't that cold out yet, but it's cold enough for it to snow. But as soon as it kind of hits, it's like a wet snow. Very typical for Michigan though. You can see my entire mess in the background. It's okay, I got dishes to do. real life. Hang on. I just hate a messy background. I just feel like it's so distracting. So sorry you guys had to see that. Anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the bagels and also the roll-ups, the peanut butter honey roll-ups. Sorry, excuse me, because I just need to rest. I'm almost 36 weeks pregnant here, so like out of breath all the time, I feel like. But I figured I will work on the bagels first, and then I will work on the roll-ups because the bagels need to get used. And then I also just found these in the freezer when I was taking stuff downstairs to go be frozen. So I thought, great, we will have even more bagels. I'm gonna go ahead and we will get started. I've gotta wipe this counter down though, because I realized it is so messy. Okay, so when I did my Aldi order, my husband was actually supposed to pick it up. So I gave them his name and he was kind of approving of stuff and not approving of stuff that, you know, they were wanting to like replace because they didn't have it or something. Until I told him like, oh no, you know, just tell them no and just make it easy. Because then it ended up, I had to go pick it up. So I was like, just tell him no for everything. But I wonder if these bagels, you know, he had already told them, yes, that's fine to switch out. So we have everything bagels. I really don't think it's going to taste bad. I don't know. I see there's sunflower seeds in it. But I think it'll be okay. I think, you know what? If the kids don't like them, Mom will eat them. I will eat them. So whatever. But I really don't think it's going to be a big problem. I'm just going to pull them all apart first. I just kind of like this idea. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of like this idea of doing one task first instead of trying to like pull them apart, sauce them, cheese them, and then be done with, like, I kind of like doing everything in stages, maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure if it's more efficient or not, but it's just the way I like to do things, the way my brain works. So I actually have plain ones. And if the kids throw a big fuss over the everything bagels, we've got these ones. I think they're still gonna be frozen. Yes, I think we're gonna wait on these. But I will actually take them out like this. And I think that will help thaw them out a little bit quicker. Okay. That should help. So let me just make these nice and neat. That's the way I like to do it. Okay, so I'm actually going to be using, oh, you guys can't really see. Hang on. Okay, so this is actually spaghetti sauce from our garden. Forgot to take the ring off. I gotta go back down there and do that. There's like water on it. Oh, because I rinsed it off, that's why. It gets a little dusty in the basement. I actually canned this up earlier this year. I'm so proud of it. It was my first time doing spaghetti sauce. So I think the first time I used the spaghetti sauce, I almost cried. It could be pregnancy hormones, but I was just so proud and I was just like, I need this. So it was really cool. So I will, I did video making spaghetti sauce a little bit, and I will go ahead and get that edited and uploaded. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And I had like other projects in mind that I was working on. So now that we're talking about spaghetti sauce and you guys got to see it, I will go ahead and I will get that video edited and then uploaded so you guys can see just how I did it. It's just life's been a little crazy lately, so I will work on that though. So my daughter, if you guys are wondering where she's at, she actually decided to go hunting with my husband. So that's kind of nice, and I'm really thankful he does that kind of stuff for me. Like, you know, it might not be his first thought to take her, especially second day of opening day, you know. I could see later in the season being like, yeah, like, let's go. But I know he takes her to kind of help me out a little bit, and you know, just to make those memories with her too. So that's something I really, really appreciate about my husband as well, is that he will do that. We'll do those kinds of things. Okay, I'm gonna finish saucing these bagels, and then I will meet you guys back here. I will see you guys in a little bit when all these have sauce on them. All right, I'm gonna get down low so you guys can see me now, because I got all the bagels sauced, and there is 20 halves here. So that means there's 10 bagels that I used. And I almost used an entire jar of sauce. This is also just spaghetti sauce. It's not pizza sauce or anything. It's spaghetti sauce that I made. I wanted to share that I am using almost 2 bricks of cheese here. Mozzarella cheese, to be exact. So we'll see. I have no idea if it's going to take care of all the bagels or not, or if I'll have a lot left over or not. I don't know. I was just 2 bagels shy of having 2 whole rolls of bagels. So if you were to do this, I feel like if you buy just like 2 bags of bagels from, at least from Aldi or whatever, and 1 jar of sauce, that should take care of it. And then possibly 2 bricks of cheese. Okay, how about you guys meet me back here when I'm done shredding? This is just gonna take a little while, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, so I'm back now, and I have my cheese shredded. I did snack on it a little bit, but I try not to take too much because I want to make this as accurate as possible for you guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start cheesing, I guess. I'm also gonna just kind of pat it down a little bit, just because I am gonna be wrapping these, and I want to make sure that cheese is gonna stay on there. Okay, I'm back. And I got cheese on all of them. So 2 bricks of cheese ended up being plenty. And I think even if you did, like I even have like some left over. I've been snacking on some, she's been snacking on some. So even if you did 2 whole things of bagels, you will have plenty of cheese if you do 2 bricks of cheese. So I'd say it's about a brick of cheese per roll of bagels. That's, you know, 6 per 6 bagels, because there's 6 bagels in a package. Oh! Fail. Oh my gosh. I thought I would try to do like the peanut butter and jelly, because that was so much easier. And it just slipped right out. Wow, okay. I'm gonna get better at this as we go. Maybe I will just have to like rip off a sheet and then do it like that. So I got them all wrapped up and they are ready to go in the freezer. I'm just gonna stick them in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag again, the freezer bag. So I actually have one warming up right now for Sarah. She really wanted one. So to warm them up, you just, I have a toaster oven, so I don't know about your guys' oven, but I just kind of popped it in the toaster oven. I think it was like 360 degrees, something like that, for 10 minutes. And then I am now broiling it for 4 minutes at 400. Let's see how that turns out. It's actually looking pretty good. I might be able to pull it out soon. Oh, there they are. I got 3 bags of those. And there's 7 in this one and 6 in these 2. So I think we will be set with pizza bagels. I may have to refill it again, you know, refill our stash again, because I'm sure between now and between the baby being born, we're probably gonna go through at least one of these bags. I'm sure of it. Okay, so this is what her bagel looks like. This is how it turned out. I'm gonna go ahead and give this to Sarah. So the next thing I do wanna make is those peanut butter honey roll-ups. I think I'm gonna go ahead, I'll clean up here, and then we'll get started on those. I'm back, and it's actually a completely different day. But you know, that kind of stuff happens, and I was actually out of peanut butter the day that I was like, I'm gonna do roll-ups, and so I had to wait till I went grocery shopping to get more peanut butter. So I've got more peanut butter, and I actually bought more tortilla shells. So now we can go ahead and get started on those roll-ups. I got the tortilla shells, and I have the honey, and I have the peanut butter now. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started on those. I have to move quickly on this because we actually have to go pick up our deer because it's all done being processed. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on that. So these are very, very simple to make. Just start with a tortilla shell like so, and you just start with putting your peanut butter on it. I like to personally do a thin layer of it, otherwise it can get very messy for the kids. And then once you're done with that, then you just take the honey and you just drizzle it all over the top of the peanut butter. And then once you're all done with that, you just roll it up. And then I personally like to cut them in half, just because then it makes it a little bit easier for my kids to hang on to. And then I'm just taking some saran wrap and I'm just wrapping up the two halves together. Also making sure they're as airtight as possible. I went ahead and just finished those up, and I got them in a bag here. So I ended up doing a whole 10 count of tortilla shells. And they were like the smaller ones. I don't know what size they were, but they were the smaller, kind of like the smaller taco size ones, I guess. And then I do have like 3 in here that were like the burrito size. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go stick these in the freezer, and then these will be ready for the kids whenever they want them. Okay, so after all of that, I ended up with about 2 bags of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and 3 bags of pizza bagels, and then 1 bag of peanut butter and honey roll-ups. I think that these are really easy to make, so easy to freeze as well. And I was actually just thinking about it too. If you have kids in school, I don't think about this very often because my daughter's homeschooled, but for kids that are in school, I was thinking like these would be really good. Like if you know, are a very busy mom and need to almost like batch cook, or, you know, make things in big batches. You know, if you just get like a whole bunch of time on like one weekend or before school starts, or I mean, I know we're already like into the school year, but you know, if it's kind of a struggle to do packing lunches and stuff, you gotta make time for it in the morning or time for it the night before. So these would actually be really good, especially like the peanut butter and jellies, or sorry, the peanut butter and jellies and the peanut butter honey roll-ups would be so easy to make a whole bunch ahead of time. Your kids could even help you, and then you could freeze them and throw them in their lunch boxes, and they'll thaw out throughout the day while they're at school, and they'll keep everything else in their lunchbox cold. And then you could also make a whole bunch of pizza bagels too, so when they come home from school and they got those, you know, come home from school munchies, they could just pop one of these in the toaster oven or microwave, whatever you guys do. I don't do microwaves. It's a long story. But anyways, you know, they could do that. So there's so many things that you could do with this. Or like if you're taking a whole bunch of kids to the zoo or a trip or something, you know, you could just, a road trip, you know, if you got kids in, I mean, I used to do gymnastics, so we would travel a lot this time of year. So if you're going on long trips, you could just throw a gallon-sized bag of these, you know, just pull this out of the freezer and throw it into your cooler and take it with you on your trip. So lots of cool things that you could do with these. I'm really loving the idea of making ahead like freezer lunches like this and freezer snacks for my kids. So I think this is gonna be something I'm gonna continue to like find more things to do, like find more things I can freeze and make ahead, because this was a lot of fun. I just feel like I have a huge weight just like lifted off my shoulders to not have to really worry too much about snacks and lunches and things for my kids. Just for those days that I'm gonna probably be like on the couch a lot with the newborn or something, you know. I don't think every day is gonna be you know, toasting and peanut butter and jellies and honey roll-ups and bagels, but at least I know there's options there. And that just makes me feel so good knowing that I got that taken care of. I always kind of like to say to myself, you know, do something that future Alex will thank you for. I think future Alex is gonna really thank me right now. So I hope you guys gave these a try. They were so easy to do. Give this video a thumbs up if this was something you like to watch, so that I know to make more videos like this. If there's any other ideas that you have, leave that in the comments. You know, if there's something I didn't think of that could be frozen very easily, let me know. And subscribe to this channel so you can see more videos like this. And I will just see you guys in the next video. Bye. What's up, bud? Did you have a good nap? You want up here, bud? You think I'm making one for you? You want one? Okay, well, this one's gonna be for Wyatt, I guess.
And me.
And I guess you too. I guess we can split it. You're welcome.
Hey.
Hey, you need to wait. To make these, they're really easy and simple.
So step 1, you grab your shelf. Step 2, you spread your peanut butter on. Step 3, you spread your honey on. Step 4, you roll up the honey. You rub it. And step 5, you feed it to your kids.
Or you eat it. I know, but
he's 2 years old.
you guys are gonna be having fettuccine alfredo. All right. Oh, hi, bud. What? What's on there? A tractor? What's this? And there's a tractor, right? A gator. You know what this is, right? What is it? Combine?